give a little retrospect. I want to understand how we think or what we would do in this scenario. Now, you have an electrical fault in your house and you have two persons to hire, okay? One person is Jeff, the electrician or electrical technician, and he has over six months experience, or he's well known in the neighborhood as an electrical technician, and you could attest that he has worked for some persons in the neighborhood, okay? Now, you have Fred. He's a recent graduate of electrical engineering. And Fred only worked on the final year project in school. He does not have evidence of working for any household or solving any electrical fault in people's house. Who would you call to fix this electrical fault in your house between Jeff and Fred? I'd like us to answer. Who would you call to fix this electrical fault in your house and why? Use the chat to answer. If you would hire Fred to fix this electrical fault in your house, just type Fred. If you would hire Jeff, just type Jeff. Guys, I like our session to be very engaging, so please engage me. Who would you hire between Jeff and Fred? You would hire Jeff, okay? Why would you hire Jeff, Mary? Engage me, guys. Kate, who would you hire between Jeff and Fred? Jeff has experience as an electrical technician, and Fred is a recent graduate of electrical engineering. Jeff has experience. You will hire him because he has hands-on experience. Exactly. He has experience as an electrical technician, while Fred has only worked on final year projects, and he does not have any evidence of whatever. Kate, you will hire Jeff. Why would you hire Jeff, Kate? Hi, Kate. You will hire Jeff. Tell me why you want to hire Jeff. Okay, guys. So if you would hire Jeff, I understand the reason why you would do that. Because if you hire someone who is not competent because he has a required experience. Okay. Okay. Now, you know what it means to hire Fred, right? When you hire Fred for the electrical faults in your house, a lot of things will happen, but these are the two major things that will happen, okay? Fred comes in, performs some wrong connections in your house. Either someone is electrocuted or there'll be a fire outbreak due to the wrong connection. And then you know what that means when there's fire outbreak in your house burns down. And that's the reason why you wouldn't want to hire Fred. You need to get someone who already knows what they are doing in the field. Now, this is how employers look at you when you submit an application with no relevant experience. Only your capstone projects that you got from Coursera or capstone projects that you got during your bootcamp or some random projects you got from Kaggle or Google or ChatGPT, and you just put it on your GitHub or just put it on your CV and then you apply for these jobs. That's exactly how they look at you, because they don't have they cannot evidently tell that you have competence in using these tools. Okay, now going further, I would like us to understand that if you are living in these countries, you have a big advantage. If you're living in US, Canada, UK, Ireland, France, you have a big advantage. If you're very current with the news, you understand that a few years ago, Israel was the lead in the number of tech startups. Okay, when I talk about global tech startup, in the world, Israel was number one. That was the hub of tech startups. Every tech startup wants to have their branch in Israel because it became the hub. But currently, United States is leading, followed by UK. Then Israel is the third. Then Canada, you see France there as well. What does this say? It means that if you're in these locations, okay, in US, in UK, and France, you have a higher chance of landing a job. It means that there are a lot of tech startups in your country currently, and they are opening every day. Tech startups are opening in your country. There are new companies and there are lots of applications going on. But then you have been applying for jobs, but you're not getting called for interviews. You are not getting the jobs. You are only faced with rejections either before your interview or after your interviews. But then, what exactly is the problem? Okay, that is what we are going to find out here. Why haven't you been getting the jobs? Now, Generation Tech Hiring Revolution did a research, okay, about the reason why tech recruiters are hiring the way they're hiring, and they want to understand the changes that has happened in these few years and what you can do to beat the game. All right. Now, over the past 3 years, a lot of employers around the world, okay, they have added education and work experience requirements for entry-level tech roles. If you're very good with social media, Reddit, LinkedIn, if you're very regular, also on X, you must have seen a lot of people complain that entry-level roles are now requesting you to have 6 months experience, 1 year experience, 2 years experience, 3 years experience, okay? But we'll find out the reason why this is happening, because over 94% of employers across more than 16 industries are expecting you to have at least 6 months experience before you get hired. Questions are going to come in. So when we are done, you're going to answer your questions. So please write it down, okay? Now, these are the things that they said are required from you as a candidate. When you apply for jobs, these are what tech recruiters and employers look out for before they hire you. Now, the first on the list, as you can see on my screen, is stronger technical skills. What do they mean by stronger technical skills? You understand how to use Power BI. You understand how to use Excel without needing a third party or a second party or someone that will micromanage you. You understand how to use R. You understand how to use SQL. You understand how to, navigate your way around any job or any project that comes on. That is what they mean by stronger technical skills. It's one of their criteria, okay? Now, they also expect you to have high quality of work. If you don't have strong technical skills, you cannot deliver high quality of work. Let's tell ourselves the truth. It's like you go to a barber's shop and the barber you saw there does not have strong technical skill on how to use the equipment to shave hair, or you go to a salon, the owner of the salon or the people there does not know how to, make hair, maybe wash hair, straighten hair, treat hair. They are going to do a very bad job. So what that means, you're going to be paying money and getting a very bad job. For tech, it means that they're going to be giving you projects and going to be doing a very bad job. I know what happens when you do a bad job in tech. Assuming as a data analyst, you were asked to analyze a particular data. If you don't know how to clean your data, you are going to give them data that has a lot of discrepancies, data that is inconsistent. Meaning you're not giving them the right data to work with. And that can cost companies money. It can cost them their customers. It can cost them the loss of the company itself. So assuming you're working in an ice cream store as a data analyst and you don't have strong technical skill, and they ask you to analyze the data, they want to understand the ice cream brand that sells more for the last 3 months from January to today. And they want to know, because they need to understand the data to know which ice cream flavor they would improve in their production, or which ice cream flavor they will reduce the number of production they have. Now, you go ahead to analyze this data and you are giving them wrong data that chocolate ice cream sells more than vanilla ice cream. What will happen is that they will go ahead to make more chocolate ice cream and less vanilla ice cream. And at the end of the day, they will realize that vanilla ice cream sells more than chocolate. Then the chocolate ice cream is going to waste. So you've cost them money. And you will also cost them their customers, because when the vanilla ice cream is not enough for the customers that are coming to take it, they will likely run out of patience and will stop patronizing that particular business. And it's just all because of one decision. You did not have strong technical skills, you did not clean the data, and you did not give accurate data to the business. And that's the reason why they do not joke with strong technical skills. It's number one on their radar. Okay. Now, they're also expected to be able to work more independently. Since post-COVID-19, right? People go to jobs, there was nothing like remote jobs. Hardly would you hear about remote jobs. You go for internships, you meet the hiring managers, you meet some managers in the particular role you are into. They could help you navigate your way around, teach you how to use a tool or the other, right? But right now, most tech jobs are remote or hybrid. In fact, 85% of tech jobs are remote. And the second reason a lot of persons switch their career from non-tech jobs to tech jobs is because they want to also enjoy the leverage of working from home. If I'm speaking the truth, give me a thumbs up. The reason you are switching to tech is because you want to enjoy the leverage of working from home, aside the salary, aside the remuneration that comes with working in tech. Exactly. Now, how would you deliver on the job if you do not have strong technical skill and you are not able to work independently? If you don't have strong technical skill and you're working from home, what happens? They give you a project, you don't know what to do with it. You don't know who to ask questions with. And every project have timeline. Or as a cybersecurity person, your company's website is attacked, okay? You're working from home. You don't have strong technical skills. You cannot deliver a high quality job and you cannot work independently. Before you could rattle your way around, going to the internet, going to ChatGPT to find how to, secure this website from attacks. They must have lost their customers. They must have lost their website. The hackers must have, ransacked the website, destroyed everything that these companies has worked for years. That is exactly the reason why they wouldn't give you the job when you do not have the skills. Now, if you want to gamble it, there is something called delusion. A lot of persons live in delusion, all right? They want to gamble their way around getting the job that they desire. But trust me, delusion without preparation will lead you nowhere when it comes to tech. It cannot be overemphasized, okay? You want to be delusional and you're applying for a job, you know that you do not qualify. They request for you to have strong technical skills in some tech stacks. You, within yourself, you cannot or you do not have the ability to work with these tools. You will not get the job. There is no delusion with it. Because even if you get the job, in the first month, second month, they will retrench you and hire the person that is competent. So delusion does not work in tech. And that's the reason why, if you could see from this, most entry-level roles require work experience. Now, industries that require work experience, there are about 85 to 90 industries. Now, you're applying for 5 jobs every day. What happens is that out of the 100 jobs posted in a particular day, you are only able to apply to 15 of the jobs. Okay, so assuming you're applying for 100 jobs every day and 100 jobs are posted every day, out of the 100 jobs, 95 or 80% of these companies are expecting you to have experience. The remaining that don't expect you to have experience are just like 15% or 10%, very negligible. So you want to gamble your way around applying for those jobs that does not require you to have experience. But now I will ask us a question. I'll ask us a question to see if it is actually right for you to gamble this. Okay. Now, if you are a tech recruiter or you are a CEO of a tech startup, I would like you to give an honest response to this. Okay. You rolled out for an application. I'm coming, Hassan. I'm coming. You're going to answer you're going to ask your question. Okay. You had an opening in your company and you do not need experience. But when the CVs came in, when the applications came in, you had like 40%, 60% of them that applied with experience. Some had 6 months experience, some had 1 year experience, some had 2 years experience, some have even 5 years experience. Trust me, it happens. There are a lot of persons that were retrenched or a lot of persons that were working on contract jobs and they feel like, okay, they finally need a full-time job. They will also go for those jobs that does not require you to have experience because they desperately need this job to pay bills, okay? They will also apply for those particular jobs they are going for. If you are the CEO of this company, Would you hire the candidates that applied with no experience? Or would you hire the candidates that applied with 2 to 3 years experience, 6 months experience? I would like us to answer on the chat. You're going to hire the most qualified, obviously, because you don't want to waste your money. You need someone that can come and hit the ground running immediately. Okay. Now, looking at my slide, you would see that entry-level candidates are expected. The reason why you are getting rejection mails and the unfortunate mails is because you lack the required years of experience, which is number one. You lack the required technical skills. You lack the required soft skill. People undermine soft skill. It is number 3 on the radar, okay? And then you lack the required academic credentials. This is just the last part, and then cultural fit. But the first 3 is lack of required years of experience, lack of relevant technical skills or required technical skills, and lack of required soft skill. Moving forward, I'm here to tell you that at least 86% of employers are hiring for entry-level roles. So there's no way you should struggle to get or to land a job. There is no reason why you should struggle to land a job, except you're not doing some things right, okay? Because a lot of persons, when they apply for jobs, 100 jobs, 200 jobs, and get rejections, we don't go back and ask ourselves, what exactly is wrong? What are we doing right and what are we doing wrong? But because you are here, I'm going to tell you exactly what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. So while you're listening to these presentations and this masterclass, you should also give yourself some retrospect, ask yourself some questions, and come to a conclusion of how you can navigate your way around and land the job that you have been applying for. Now, these are the limitations of certifications. Certifications are important, okay? But trust me, if you go on any job board right now and type any career, data analysis, data engineering, or any career at all, you will always see certifications to be the last on the list. I've not seen a job application that has certifications at the top, number 1 of their requirement. No. And the reason is not far-fetched. They expect you to have competence in this tool. They expect you to have the soft skill. They expect you to have had experience working in a particular industry, then before certifications. Because with your certifications, it only validates your knowledge. It could only sometimes get you interview. But when they're asking you interview questions, when you need to explain the projects you've worked on, you probably wouldn't know how to answer these questions because you've not worked on real life projects. So certification is more like validating your knowledge. Okay, it does not give you access to communication. It does not give you access to teamwork or collaborative team experience, which you will get if you work on real life projects. Now, moving forward, right, we also should note that aside capstone projects that you've worked on, I know that a lot of persons have. I know someone that has a lot of has like over 10 projects on his GitHub. He applied for jobs for almost a year. He couldn't land a job. In fact, the ones he managed to get, they either want him to just do a free job, or they don't pay him well, and then they give him a lot of jobs to do that he cannot navigate his way around. Okay, but the fact is, if you really want to get the job that you want, work on the company that you prefer to work, you have to get an internship, because companies prefer candidates that has gotten internship experience. Why internship experience? Because it means that you have worked in a real job setting. Okay, you understand how to navigate your way around, collaborate among team members. You understand how you have a team lead, meaning you have someone you report to. Okay, these are the things they look at, the way your cultural fits. You're able to adapt to a company setting. If you've only worked on capstone project, most people that have never worked, in any industry before, when they are employed, they find it very strange and find it difficult to adapt to work cultures or the culture of the particular company they are going in for. So having internship experience means that you are going to be influencing hire for the hiring managers. Okay, they will prefer you over people that have worked on capstone projects, because it is assumed that you understand how its work setting is. You understand that you have a line manager to report to. Okay, you understand how to communicate among team members. You understand how to, come as a team to work on a particular project, work with other team members, maybe software engineers, project managers, business analysts, in that same team to come up with a result for a particular project. Capstone projects wouldn't give you that. And that's the reason why, no matter how beautiful the projects you've done, your Power BI, your R, they still prefer people that have internship experience, okay? Or candidates that have internship experience. Now, so why is it important for you to have, for a tech professional to have work experience? Like I said before, they need you to have immediate contribution when you land this job, okay? You will bear no witness if you're a career switcher, you understand that when companies hire you, they give you like 3 months or 2 months probation, okay? This is more like giving you the time to understand how the company works, the company culture. But at the same time, they probably could only give you 1 or 2 weeks to understand how everything works. The next second week, that's the third week, fourth week of you joining that company, they expect that you should hit the ground running. You should start contributing to the company, okay? Because trust me, it's a capitalist world. Nobody wants to pay you salary when you're not, contributing to the company. You pay your salary the first month, second month, you've not worked on any projects, you're not actively contributing to the company, they will let you go because they see it as giving you free money. And that's the reason why they look for candidates that have hands-on experience, because they believe it only takes them 1 week, 2 weeks to understand the nitty-gritties of the company, okay? And then this third week, they're already getting their hands dirty, working on projects already. Now, they're also looking for candidates that have soft skills. How would you possess this soft skill? You cannot have soft skill while working on projects alone. What are soft skills? Good communication skill, analytical skills, problem solving. Yes, you could know how to solve problem by yourself, but it's different when you are in a team, okay? The team is having an issue, or there's a particular during your job, you were able to solve a particular problem and you make this contribution, and this is what happened after you made the contribution. The company applied your advice and it gave them this positive results. This is exactly what they want to hear when they start interviewing you. Now, cultural fits. How do you fit in the culture? Is it difficult for you to adapt to work environments? Obviously, if you don't understand how the corporate field works, you will find it difficult to adapt. There are persons that don't like, answering to or being responsible to some persons, or they don't like answering to line managers. Okay, if you are that kind of person, they wouldn't want you in their company because you wouldn't want to answer to anyone. But then you need to have a line manager that checkmates everything you do. Okay, so asking you these questions during your interview and you having this internship experience, they understand that, okay, this person understands how this corporate field works. You know that you have a line manager, you know who to answer, you know how the hierarchy of the company works, and so on and so forth. Okay, now moving forward, if you really want to get your dream job, trust me, this is not the time for you to sit down and do wishful thinking or delusion and expect that you are going to apply for 300 jobs and you get two or three interviews and then you land one job. No, it's of your best interest to put in all the tools you have, all the tools you can put in your arsenal to ensure that you land this job. If you're someone going for a war, you don't go to a war and wish that your enemy was going to see you and fire somewhere else. No, they will fire at you, okay? So when you are going to war, it's better for you to take your guns, take your arms, do some training, okay? You're a footballer and you go to the football field or you go for a match and you did not do training, you're definitely coming back with an injury, okay? Or you're definitely coming back with 4-0 or 5-0. If at all, you could get like 9-0 because you did no training, you did not understand what you were doing, you were just there to just play, okay? While you were playing, other persons are training. So when people meet for the match, what happens? You will not win the match. and you probably wouldn't have the strength to get to the end of the match, or you will get injuries because you were not training. That is how it feels like applying for a job without putting every tool that you need together and making sure they are ready. You're making yourself employable for the job. Okay, it looks like you're using your life to play and you're not serious with getting your dream job. Now, these are one of the favorite recruiters interviews that I like to always show us whenever I'm hosting any masterclass. Now, they could ask you a question like this. For someone who does not have real world experience, how would you answer it? Tell me about a time when something went terribly wrong with a project and how you successfully moved past it. How should you answer that if you've not worked in a real life project? Okay, right now I'm working remotely. If there is something that is wrong in the project I've been given to, and I try looking for solution, either ChatGPT, I go to YouTube, I try to use Google, I could not find it. I could easily ask my colleague, please, this is the issue I'm having. What do you think? Can you help me solve it? Do you know anything about it? Or if I find tried all I have to do, I did my university project. If I do all I have to do, okay, and I didn't find the solution, I can always ask my team lead, please, this is the problem I'm having. Sir or Ma, please, can you help me with it? Or Mr. Musa or Miss Mary, how do I get past this problem? That is what you start saying when they ask you these questions. All they're asking for in this question is just to understand if you have worked in a real life setting, or you cooked up your CV from DeepSeek, or you cooked up your CV from ChatGPT. Trust me, some people do that. But after doing that, when you get or face the tech recruiters during interviews, you cannot lie. Okay, you would not be able to lie your way around it. Now, the second question I like is, tell me about the greatest impact you made at a company. This is one of the best questions you can use to sell yourself during interviews. Okay, so as a data analyst, you could describe you worked in an ice cream company and you worked on a data that shows that they have more customers buying vanilla ice cream more than chocolate ice cream, and the companies produced maybe 5,000 vanilla ice cream, which is over 100% of their usual production, and they sold it in 2 weeks. That is an impact that you've had at a company. So imagine you don't have competence, you don't have strong technical skills. You cannot answer this question because you obviously must have cost the company a lot. Or imagine you don't have any relevant work experience or any real world work experience, okay? The only experience you have is capstone project. How do you think you're going to answer this question? You're going to lie. They will catch you. They will know that you're lying. That's just the point. You cannot lie your way around this kind of questions. And that's the reason why gaining experience is very important, okay? Now, do a gap analysis by yourself, okay, between where you are and how you want to get to where you are, okay? You've gone through boot camps, or you've learned courses online on Coursera or Udemy. You've tried applying for jobs, you're not getting the jobs. It's time to sit down and do a little gap analysis. What are the gaps? And how do I close them? No company would hire you, even for internship role, without experience. So how do I gain this experience for me to gain experience? Okay, and that is where Amdari comes here to nurture you and to be able to direct you, in the right path. Okay, now how do we do that? We have business partners in US, in Canada, in UK. Okay, these are business partners, are tech startups. Like I said, UK is number 2 hub of tech startup in the world. So there are a lot of business opportunities there. There are a lot of job opportunities there as well. Also US and Canada, okay? And France as well. I think France is number 6 from what we saw on our research chart that we dropped earlier. Now, we have these business partners, okay? And they are spread across multiple industries. Healthcare, FMCG, financial institution, energy tech, name it, okay? Multiple industries. They give us their unique business problems. So whether you're a business analyst or you're a data analyst or a data engineer, once they get these projects, they give it to us, and our consultants will work on it. Like I said, you're going to be if you join the remote apprenticeship virtual experience, you're going to be working with a team. Okay, you will have a team and you will have a team lead. You are going to be having your meetings twice or 3 times a week, where you do your stand-up meeting in the morning and or in the evening or in the afternoon, depending on the time that you agreed with your team lead and your team members. Okay, you have your stand-up meetings on Mondays and you have stand-up meetings on Fridays, where you discuss your tasks, your weekly tasks, and what you've done for the week and where you are getting to. Okay, now these projects are very, very accessible and easy for you to work with. Like I said, it's a remote apprenticeship virtual experience. You don't have to come to any office. You can work from anywhere, whether you're in UK, you're in France, you're in Ireland, you're in Canada. We have a lot of consultants currently in our March cohorts, in our January cohorts, and previous cohorts that are in different locations. So it is remote and it's very easy and accessible for you. Now, what we ask is that our consultants spare at least 1 hour or 2 hours daily to work on the projects that they have. Okay, so we are not expecting you to resign from your job. Most of our consultants are career switchers. They are 9 to 5 hours. So we made this internship in a way that is very flexible for you. I work remotely. Okay, I still have some tasks that I've not done. I can decide to do it midnight, 12 a.m. Okay, I can decide to get them done before 1 a.m., before the next morning. As long as I get it done, I get it done. Nobody's policing me on when I should get my tasks done or work on my project. The point is, I worked on my project. So if you go to your normal job, your 9 to 5 job, you come back, you rest a bit, you just spend 1 hour or 2 hours, work on the particular projects that you have at hand. Now, when you get this project and work on this project, you're going to be presenting and evaluating for the key decision makers in this in our business partners company. Okay, now this is where another soft skill comes in. Okay, a lot of persons, trust me, if I ask right now, the last time you did a presentation or worked on a slide, most of us don't know how to do that. But if you are going to be getting into tech as a data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, cyber security person, business analyst, even project manager, you need to understand how to work on presentations, because even as a data analyst or an analyst in general, you will be presenting your slides a lot. You need to break down your slides to the stakeholders for them to make business decisions with the data you are providing. So this is also another soft skill that is very relevant for you, that will help you stay on the job. Okay, you're able to work on slides and make presentations. This is where you build your presentation skill as well. Now, with Amdari platform, we also have a project portfolio where you drop all the projects that you've worked on. You build your portfolio and you can send it across multiple social handles. Now, moving forward, we do not, throw away your previous career for those that are switching careers. Okay, we rebrand you and make you employable. How do we do that? We do that by making your previous skills, the skills you got from your previous career. There are a lot of transferable skills that you have. Okay, but the problem is a lot of persons do not know how to put it on their CV to communicate. Okay, to communicate that they are relevant for the career you're going into. Okay, so we are going to be working with you to revamp and review your CV. And the reason why this is important is because we do not need you switching career to tech and applying to only entry-level roles, and which is going to happen if you did not revamp your CV accordingly. Imagine throwing away your previous experience. Probably you have 6 years experience working as a customer service person or working in accounting, and you never put it on your CV, only added Amdari work experience on your CV and you're applying for jobs. The only jobs you're going to be applying is just entry-level roles. But with your previous experience, okay, well revamped and well reviewed to speak to the role or the career you're going into, you are able to apply to at least experience hired roles, okay, because you already have years of experience in your previous, career. Now, with Amdari as well, you're going to be working with multiple industry. You're going to be gaining multiple industry experience. And when I mean multiple industry experience, remember when I said we have business partners across different industries. If you've been applying for jobs lately, okay, you will bear me witness, or you must have seen that companies, when they roll out for application, they will always have on their job description, after listing years of experience, tech stacks they expect you to have competence in. The next they always go for is experience working in FMCG or experience working in startups or experience working with e-commerce. They always put out there because they have the sentiment. If you have experience working in an FMCG company or energy company, then it's going to be easier for them, okay, for you to blend into the system to understand how to work on projects for that particular company. Trust me, as a data analyst, it also differs in working with data in healthcare. It differs in working with data in maybe e-commerce, working with data in logistics and supply chain. Okay, they differ a bit. That's the reason why when companies roll out for any job, they always specify. Okay, they will always put those people first before they will consider any other person. So assuming there are two persons that they are considering, one of them have experience working in FMCG company, the other one does not have experience working in FMCG company, but they are both competent, okay? They both qualify for the role. They will choose the one that have experience in FMCG if it's an FMCG company that is hiring, okay? Because it makes the job easier for them. Now, that's what Amdari helps you bridge. Working projects that have a multiple industry. What does that mean? When you're applying for jobs, okay, you're not going to be restricting yourself to only applying for jobs under FMCG or under energy or under healthcare, because you're going to be working on projects like 9 to 10 projects, okay? Now, these projects are not in a particular industry. Project 1 could be FMCG, project 2 could be healthcare, project 3 could be working on AI platform, project 4 could be, logistics and supply chain, project 5 could be energy. What happens is that when you start applying for jobs, okay, you're not restricted to applying to only logistics and supply chain or energy or FMCG, okay? You're able to apply to as much job as you've worked on those projects. Now, you're going to be also experiencing multiple technology experience. Like I said, all these projects you are going to be working on, okay? If project A requires you to use Excel, as a data analyst, requires you to use Excel and R. Project B probably requires you to use Python or R and SQL, okay? So before you are done with your internship, you already gain strong technical skills working on a lot of multiple tech stacks, okay? Means if you apply for a job and they're expecting you to have, competence using Excel, using R, using Python, evidently, you've worked on these projects using these tools. Okay, now we also help you optimize your LinkedIn. Okay, this is something that a lot of persons sleep on, especially career switchers. I specifically have a problem with career switchers. Most of us forget to optimize our LinkedIn. You are applying for a job as a business analyst, but your LinkedIn is showing that you were an accountant. And you have your LinkedIn link in your CV. Now, tech recruiters will go to your LinkedIn and they'll see what they will not see business analyst roles, or they will not see projects that you've worked on, or they will not see, your internship there on your LinkedIn. All they are seeing is your accounting projects and everything you've done as an accountant. They will think you're not serious. Okay, and that's the reason why we also work with you to optimize your LinkedIn. Now you'll be getting mentorship from, industry experts. As a data analyst, as a business analyst, cybersecurity person, you'll be getting mentorship from industry experts that have been in the business or been in the career for over 8 years. And you'll be getting career coaching. Now, this is my favorite part. I always tell that interview prep session and mock interviews. I love this about what Amdari is offering for you. We'll put you through interview preparations and mock interviews. You could have strong technical skills. You could have the soft skill, have your CV impeccable, and your LinkedIn well optimized. If you cannot sell yourself during interviews, you will not get the job. Okay, where there are 3 or 4, candidates that are right for the job, what brings them apart, or what separates them, or makes these tech recruiters choose a candidate is how you answer interview questions. A lot of us, the last time we went through interview, it's been years, and we don't understand the techniques that are used during interviews, the questions that are asked, and how you can answer these questions and sell yourself properly. Most of us as well are very scared when it comes to presenting or talking to tech recruiters or HR managers during interviews. Trust me, it happens to the best of us. It takes you having more interviews and having more interviews, of going through interview preparations and mock interviews for you to gain that confidence in answering questions during interviews. Okay, and that is exactly what Amdari does for you. We prepare you for interviews and we put you through mock interviews to get you ready for the job. You'll also be getting international reference letter for 2 years. So if you're in Canada, you're going to be getting international reference letter. For those that are in UK and you apply for a job and they're expecting, requesting that you get reference letter from a UK company. Amdari is registered in UK and is registered in Canada. So you are going to be getting reference letter from Amdari in UK if you reside there. Okay. Now you'll also be getting on-the-job support when you've gotten the job, and like I said, you have issue navigating your way around a particular project. You found solutions online and you couldn't, get through it. You can always come to your mentors in Amdari, even when after you're done with Amdari internship. Okay, they will always get you started with the questions or get you, get the solution for you as well. So now the offer that we have for you, or the special offer that we have for you, is this, our International Women's Day offer. Okay, so we have a discount running for the April and May cohort only. Okay, so if you want to join the internship, the 3 months work experience internship and the 6 months work experience internship, the 3 months work experience internship is £180. The 6 months work experience internship is £280, and you're able to pay in 3 installments. Okay, like I said, you cannot go beyond May. You can only register for April and May cohorts. Okay, so I'm going to show us how to make the payments. My colleagues are going to be dropping the payments link on the chat. So when you click on the link, you're going to be seeing this right here. So this is where you can choose which program you want to go for, the 3 months or the 6 months internship. Now, before I go ahead, people always ask me, what's the difference between the 3 months and the 6 months work experience internship? Okay, the major difference is this, is that in the 3 months work experience internship, you would not be working on more projects that you would have done if you joined with the 6 months work experience internship. So with the 3 months, you probably work on 4 or 5 projects, okay? But a 6 months work experience internship, you work with more projects across multiple industries. So what happens is that with the 3 months, you'll be working on a limited number of industry, because if you work on 4 projects, assuming the project is from FMCG, e-commerce, logistics and supply chain, maybe AI or energy tech, you just work on 4 industries, and what that means, you're going to be applying for only those 4 industries. Okay, but if you go for the 6 months work experience internship, you're going to be having experience in more industries and more projects as well, and also more tech stats. Okay, so if the first 4 projects did not enable you to work on all the tech stacks that is needed for the internship, the 6 months work experience internship, you're definitely going to be working with the multiple tools. Okay, and also it gives you a better leverage, okay, to gain the strong technical skills. So for me, I always advise this 3 months work experience internship for only professionals that maybe immigrated from Nigeria or any part of African country or India to UK, Canada, US. They're already working as a data analyst or as a data business analyst or as a data science, cybersecurity person, but they are finding it difficult to land a job in the country they are residing because they are being asked to get reference letter from a company in that location. Okay, they're asking you to get reference letter from a company in UK. Those are the people who are only advised to go for 3 months work experience internship, because basically they already have the experience, they have the technical skill. Their only clause is that they need experience in that country. But if you don't have strong technical skill, you don't have competence using any of this tool, okay, strong competence using any of this tool, you go for the 6 months work experience internship. And I must reiterate that we do not train, okay? This program are for people that have gone through boot camps, that have basic knowledge of what they are going into. Please, if you do not have basic knowledge of what you're going into, you're going in for cybersecurity or you're going in for data analytics, and you don't have basic knowledge of what you're going into, we advise that you go and get the learning before you come to Amdari. Amdari is not for persons that do not have knowledge of what they're going into. It's for persons that have gone through boot camps, that have some degree of knowledge using some of these tools. for the career you're going for before you join Amdari. Like I said, we do not train. This is not an edtech company. We do not train. We only provide internship. Now, moving forward, if you are going for the 6 months work experience internship, you click on secure your internship. Okay. All right. You click on secure your internship, and right here at the top right hand side, you would see the button here where you can select which country you want to. If you're in UK, you want to pay in pounds, or you want to pay in naira, or you're in France, you want to pay, sorry, euros. You want to pay in euros. Okay, you can pay in euros. If you want to pay in pounds, you can pay in pounds. Okay, also dollars as well, or naira, depending on where you are. So this is where you choose the currency you would like to, secure your spot with. So right here, like I said, what a 3 months and 6 months experience internship, you can only pay in 3 installment plan, only for for April and May. I mean, April and May only. You cannot defer your admission to anything beyond May. You can only secure your spot for April and May. So right here, this is where you choose the payment plan. Either you want to go for the 3 months installments, or you want to pay in full. Okay, if you're going for the 3-month payments installments, you just click there and you click on secure your spot. Like I said, hold on, before I would like us to see this. These are the terms and conditions for this International Women's Day scholarship. So you are very, very fortunate to meet this. This is for only 20 men, and the spots are filling up fast. So if you're a man and you've not secured your spot, this is your time to secure your spot. We have more space for women because obviously it's their day, it's their discount. Okay, we need more women in tech, but we also have space for men to join the internship, to join the scholarship as well. So if you're a man, it is of your best interest to secure a spot as early as possible, as fast as possible. Else, once the 20 men space is filled, you will not be having space for men to apply for the scholarship again. Okay, you're also expected to upload your passport size photograph for this internship. Trust me, if you've joined our session before now, as of last 2 weeks or last month, okay, you would bear witness that this is a 50% slash. Our internship was £700. That's the original price. Okay, sorry, $700. That's the original price. And 50% slash, that is what you're getting. After the April is done, we'll go back to our normal price. We're only doing this for the International Women's Day, So this is what you're supposed to do. Upload your passport size photograph as well. Okay, you can only commence the program in April or May. You cannot defer beyond May. If you defer beyond May, you're going to be paying the original price and not the internship, what do you call it, the 50% discount price. Okay, so I have to reiterate that for us to understand. Now, when you select the payment platform, the payment structure you want to go for, you click on secure your seats. Okay, you secure your seat here. This is where they show you the payment structure. You click on proceed. So right here, you fill in your details, and then they'll provide you a space where you fill in your card details as well, and you secure your spot. Okay, that is how to make the payment. So my colleagues are also going to be dropping a link to the form you will fill after you secure your spot. So it's very important to fill that link. That is where you indicate the cohort you're going to be joining, if you're joining the April cohort, or you're going to be joining the May cohort. Like I said, the internship cannot be deferred beyond May. If you are going for the discount, the internship cannot be deferred beyond May. Okay, so I'm going to allow us to ask questions. A lot of persons have questions, so you can raise up your hands. I'm going to call you up to ask your question. Okay, so if you have questions for me, all right, Masebe, go ahead. You can unmute your mic. Hi, Masebe. You can unmute your mic. If you're talking, we cannot hear you. If you're finding it difficult to unmute your mic, please send a chat so I can see if I can unmute everyone. Please unmute your mic and speak, Masebe. You're unable to unmute. Oh. Hi, Emma. Please, can you give access for people to unmute their mic? Sorry, hold on. Let me allow people to unmute mic. Try again. Can you unmute your mic now? Okay, if you can type your question, please email me. I'll need you to, give people access to unmute their mic. You can type your question on the chat for now while they work on unmuting mic for everyone. Okay. Okay, while you check if it's your setting. Hi, Theo. Can you unmute your mic? Hi, Theo. If you're having the same issue, you can send a chat so I can know. Theo, if you're speaking, I cannot hear you. If you're unable to unmute your mic, please let me know on the chat. Masebe, can you unmute your mic now?
Okay, hi, Ozzy. So I think the host of this session has to be the one to allow people. I've been trying to give people access to speak, but I'm unable to. But we are actually on it. But in the meantime, people can type.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry about that, guys. You can use the chat and type your questions. I'll read from there. I would like to know if the internship is also applicable for people outside the countries you mentioned. Yes, definitely. If you're in Nigeria, wherever you are, wherever I don't just don't mind the countries I mentioned. Wherever you are, Scandinavian, you are in, South Africans. We have South Africans as well. We have some Kenyans, Ghanaians, Senegalese. It doesn't matter where you are. It's a remote apprenticeship experience. Okay, so your location is not a barrier. You can also join as long as you've gained experience, you've gained basic knowledge of what you're going in for. You can apply for the internship. Yes, South Africans can apply as well. And you can also select your currency on the chart I showed you using the link. You can select your currency at the top left, top right, and make payments and secure your spot. Okay, for the internship, no. What we do is this, okay? Now, this is the time I show you this that I spoke about. I actually almost forgot. So in Amdari platform, okay, we have a job board. So what we do is once you enroll, after your first 2 months, you should call up for your CV review and revamp, and your LinkedIn optimization will also put you through, mock interview. That is when you start gaining, interview mails. So this is the job board, as you can see on my screen. Okay, this is an embedded platform where you get remote job from Flex Jobs, from GitHub, LinkedIn, Simply Hired, Well Found. And these are jobs across different locations, US, Canada, UK, France, name it, okay? Ireland, just name it. So all you have to do is come on here and type business analyst, okay? You type business analyst and you're going to be getting jobs. See? So you can apply for jobs. So it's part of your KPIs. Okay. It is part of your KPIs. When you join us, when you join Amdari, it is part of your KPI that after your first, after 3 projects that you've worked on, that you should start applying for job. That is part of your KPI. It is compulsory to start applying for jobs before you even finish your internship. Okay. So the first 2 months, you worked on projects, you start applying for jobs. So 5 jobs every day before you're done with your internship. Trust me, there are a lot of consultants that already requested for reference letter. Okay, you call up for your CV review, call off your LinkedIn optimization, and start applying for jobs ASAP. Okay, now this is the CV portfolio. For those that are dropping questions, I'm going to come to you. Okay, I'll answer your question. Now, this is the portfolio builder. Like I told us, this portfolio builder, you assess this portfolio for life. For life. Okay, now this is how it is. If you have a project on GitHub, okay, you have previous projects you've worked on, the capstone project on GitHub, you can always link it to this portfolio. All right, see, this is how it appears. All the projects you've worked on, the tools and technologies you're competent in, you know, your contacts, your mail, your what do you call it, your X link, your LinkedIn link. This is where tech recruiters, you know, click on to contact you as well. All the projects you've worked on is going to appear here, your work experience, your education. Now, you click on my portfolio website, all right? You would see, you would share this portfolio across different social handles. You see, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. You can copy the link and also put it on your LinkedIn profile. You know, your top LinkedIn profile where you have your name and about and all that. You can put it at the top there for tech recruiters to access. So this portfolio builder, you don't pay for it. It is one of the clauses, one of the things you get as an Amdare consultant, okay? And you can access it for life. And it's very easy to, you know, work on. So you see, you want to add the project you've worked on, you click on here, you add on the project, add the heading, and, you know, drag and put in the project. And right here, your specialization, you click on this spot here, choose, you know, your specialization right here. Let's say customer analysis. When you click on it, and you click add. Very simple, very easy, okay? And now you want to check for the tools or tech stacks that you're competent in. Also very easy. As you can see, you click on this plus sign. So if you're competent in using AWS, this is where you choose the percentage competence you have. We don't expect you to lie, okay? You have 40% competence in using this tool, or you have 60% competence in using this tool, which means you are above average. You have confidence that you can use this tool very well to work on any project. You just click add, and it will immediately update on your portfolio, okay? Now, it's not only all the projects, it's not only projects that you've worked on with Amdare. If you have previous projects, have previous experiences, you can always add them here. This is where you add everything, more like your CV, but in a virtual form. And, you know, a lot of tech recruiters prefer to see portfolio because it speaks to, you know, exactly the project you've worked on, unlike your CV, where you only tell. On CV, you only tell that you worked on this particular project and you imparted this company and they gain 20% revenue, or they gain 300 customers. But right here, this is where you show them virtually the projects you worked on and the tech stacks you have competence in. And that's the reason why when it comes to tech, they always require you to submit your portfolio, okay? It gives you an edge over other applicants. So yeah, let me look at the more questions people are asking. All right. Sorry, I'm coming. Let me look at the questions. Okay, I'm in South Africa. All right. I have, after the internship, do you help us with securing the job? So, Juliana, did I answer your question? So, we don't basically apply for the job for you, though we have a platform where we can do that, okay? We call that talent loop. These are for persons that are so busy, they don't want to apply for jobs. They need people to help them apply for jobs. It is guaranteed you will get at least 3 interviews, okay, from talent loop. But this particular tech career that we're doing right now is for the internship. So maybe if you are done with the internship, or during your internship you want to, want someone to help you apply for the job, you can, apply for talent loop. That's a different program on its own. Okay, Juliana, did you get that? All right. I have a couple of questions. How long has Amdare been in existence, and how many cohorts have you successfully trained? Could you give more insight into the internship program arrangements, time of classes, how many people on a team leadership, project organization? Okay. What's the evidence of your work your program works apart from the advertising. For instance, how many people have gotten full-fledged, full-time roles? Okay, now I'll answer your first question. How long has the Andari been in existence? Andari has been in existence since last year, October. Okay, it has been in existence since last year, October. So we are yet to graduate our first intern. Now, have we gotten any success story? Yes, we have. It is not in job application. Like I said, our consultants are already applying for jobs and have requested for their CV revamp and everything, applied for jobs, requested for their reference letter. But we have people that have used our internship to get scholarships in US and UK. Okay, for person that also wants scholarship, is also an avenue, because these professors need to see evidently that you have competence working with these tools as well. So we know someone, or we have someone exactly that have used the internship to gain scholarship application and the fellowship as well. Okay, now could you give more insights into your internship program arrangement, time of classes? Like I said, the time of classes is very flexible. It depends on your team lead, and your team altogether. So like I said, a lot of persons join from different locations. Okay, so you guys come together and decide on the timing that you prefer. You can have your meetings, your stand-up meetings in the night. You can have it by 9, you can have it by 10, you can have it by 8, depending on what you agreed in your team. Okay, how many people on a team? So it depends. Some teams, okay, could have 7 persons, you could have 8 persons. So if you're working on some projects, cross-functional projects, you could have, like, in a normal work setting. Right now, I work with Amdare, and I can tell you for my team, we have like 10 persons. If we are having some projects that we need other team members to join, it could be like up to 15 team members, everybody with their particular project they are working on. So if you are building a platform, a website, okay, as a project manager or as a business analyst, you're definitely going to be working with QA testers. You're going to be working with software engineers, both front end and back end. You're going to be working with designers, okay, UX designers. You're going to be working with the project manager. You're going to be working with other persons as well, which will sum up to like 7, 8 team members. Okay, this is a collaborative teamwork. So it's not constant. Okay, it's not constant. For the time of class, you just work on your projects. They give you a project, you do your stand-up meetings, you go home, you work on your projects. The projects have time limits, okay? There are some projects that last for 1 week. There are some projects that are required to submit in the next 2 weeks. So you work on your project. That's why we said every day dedicate at least 2 hours working on your project. So you'll be able to submit your project on time and get it reviewed and corrected, or do some analysis on your project to ensure that you're working on the correct thing. So yes, that's how the classes work. So you're going to be using Google Classroom, okay, for submitting your project. How many people on the team leadership, project organization? I think I already answered that. What's the evidence of that your program works apart? I've already said that. So we started October, November last year, and we've not graduated any consultants yet, but our consultants have started applying for jobs and has requested for reference letter. And we have persons that have gotten scholarship and fellowship using the internship already. That was like 2 months after they joined us. They already got scholarship using the internship, because that was when he called for CV revamping, and he used the experience to gain, scholarship for his master's. For instance, how many people have you gotten full-fledged time? Okay, I think I've already answered that. So has everyone that did the internship got a job when they applied? Like I said, we've not graduated on any intern yet, or rather, how long does it take to get a job? Trust me, like I said, when you start the internship, okay, 3 months, 2 months into the internship, like I showed you the job board we have on the platform, you start applying for jobs. You call up for your CV and LinkedIn optimization. You start applying for jobs. It's part of your KPI, which is it is very important. It's like a compulsory thing for you to do. You start applying for jobs every day from the 2nd month you joined the internship. Like I said, when it comes to job, it's a game of number. So we prepare you, make you employable. We don't help you apply for the jobs, but we give you all the tools, all the ammo that you need to land your first job. Okay, that is basically what we do. When you have strong technical skill, you're able to work independently, okay, and you can deliver high quality of job. Exactly the points that tech recruiters are looking out for. These are exactly what they're looking out for, like I showed us on the research that was done All right. So how long does it take to get a job? Hi. I have a couple of questions. How long has Amberi been in existence? I think I've answered this. Okay. Would you give more insight into the internship program arrangement? I think I've answered this one. Message retyped. Okay. For instance, how many people have gotten full-fledged? I've already answered this one. So what of we that have skills in cloud computing and have certifications as AWS solution architects? So I've not heard anybody talking about cybersecurity since. So yes, we have cybersecurity, specifically SOC analysis, ethical hacking, and governance, sorry, ethical hacking and governance as well. So you don't apply for cybersecurity as a whole. You have to choose a specification, either ethical hacking or SOC analyst, okay, or governance. That's usually a problem from experience when team members don't agree. How is that usually resolved? Okay. Hi, I don't know if the person that asked this question is still here. Can they still unmute their mic? Is it possible? So
Yes, they can.
now that I can unmute your mic, please can you unmute your mic and speak to me? Hi. Let me check who asked the question. So when it comes to team members issue, trust me, your job is not aligned with a team member issue. I'll give you an example, right? If you're a data analyst and you're expected to analyze a particular data set, okay, your colleague is expected to work on a particular data set. You work on your own data set and submit. It does not affect your own project, okay? You work on your own data set. So if you are doing a collaborative team project and you have a project manager, you're working on your Trello, if you have used Trello or Jira before, every day you come to your Trello, or every week you come to your Trello, you put in the tasks that you have assigned for yourself that day. And then when you're done with the task, you click on it, then you're done with the task, you move it. It does not have, you don't have any business with any team member. You only work on your own project. So if they don't work on theirs, it's between them and the team lead. It does not affect your project at all. Okay? So you only use the data set that was given to you. You work on it, you submit. If they have not worked on their data set and did not submit, it is left for them and the team lead. It does not affect your own project. So there's no cause for alarm and there's no cause for disagreement in that. So if you can unmute your mic now. You can actually ask me a question if you have more questions for me. Hi, Mary. Do you have questions for me?
No, I don't have any question yet.
So are you still going in for business analysis?
Yes, I have. Well, actually, I have already enrolled for the course for the 6 months work experience.
Right now?
No, I did it on Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you are going to be starting with the April cohort, right?
No, May.
Okay, May cohort. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because actually, I'm doing some courses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Please put a lot of interest in your courses so you understand how the tools work.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Hi, Abisola, Michael, Ajani. Do you have questions for me? Hi, Abisola. All right. Hi, Adams. You can unmute your mic and ask a question.
Hello.
Hi, Adams.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Do you have questions for me?
Yeah. Yes, I just want to ask, supposing someone like me, although I have experience with backend development as using Python, but I'm interested in working with cybersecurity. So and I'm going to be a fresher in that. I don't know, maybe you have document, maybe the roadmap to which I can follow so that I can understand the basic before I go into internship.
Okay.
Is there any provision for that?
we don't have the provision in Amdari. We can go learn from a tech an edtech company. We even have a business partner called Tenalities. You could check them out and enroll with them. So Brave Amdari internship experience is for people that have knowledge already for what they're going into. Okay. So I think my colleagues are going to be dropping the link on the chat, tenalities.io. So you can check them out and enroll for a bootcamp. They also offer a variety of courses as well. You can also go online or do Coursera if you like before you enroll. It's important to gain the basic knowledge before you enroll with Amdare. Okay, thank you. Hi, Adebola. Adebola Adenike. Can you hear me? If you have questions for me, you can unmute your mic. Abisola, you don't have questions for me. So when are you joining? Are you joining us already? Or do you still need to learn before you join? Okay, Moses. Okay, Abisola needs to learn. All right. So you can check out analytics. Moses, you can unmute your mic.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Although I joined earlier, but I had to jump out, and I just joined back in a few minutes ago. So I have a question. I'm already a part of the present cohort that started in this last weekend.
Okay.
So I'm just curious to know, this your new discount. Does it also apply to those of us who have joined already, or there's no hope for us? You're laughing.
No, it's not. It does not apply to you. I'm sorry. That's why I'm telling them they can take advantage of the discount now, because this is not our price. We're only doing it for International Women's Day to get more women into the system, into tech. Okay.
I'm a woman, no. I'm a
You're
woman.
a woman.
For this purpose or for this course, I'm a woman.
No, it does not apply to people that already started. I'm sorry. All right.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Hi, Adeola.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you for the presentation. Uh, Presently, I'm a data scientist, and I'm based in UK. But industry experience has always been a challenge, actually. And I love the fact that you guys are trying to bridge that gap, because that's part of nitty-gritty of what we are passing through in this kind of country, that they require significant amount of work experience, most especially in UK. And you guys are trying to bridge that. So I want to know, the company, is the company registered in the UK?
Yes, it is. London, to be precise. Yes, it is.
Okay, wow, great. So the cohort that will be starting, you say is in April
Or
May?
May.
April or May.
Yeah.
So if someone make payments ending of this month, then we can join the cohort in April, right?
Yes. But like I said, it's better you make your payment fast, because you have limited slot for men.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get filled up.
Okay, no problem then.
Yeah. So
Thank
you'll be
you.
joining us, right?
Yeah, sure.
You said you're already working as a data analyst, right? Or you have experience?
Scientist, data scientist.
Data scientist. You've
And
gone
I've built a lot of models. I've worked with a lot of data sets. So
yeah,
I've
just
deployed on
looking
my
for.
GitHub. So I don't know, my existing project, how will it be managed?
So it is on GitHub, right?
Yeah.
Like you remember when I showed us the GitHub, my portfolio?
Yeah.
Right here. Okay.
Okay.
This is where you will put it, because this is portfolio you access it for life when you join Amdare. This is
Okay.
where you will link your GitHub right here. You can see my cursor.
Yeah.
This word exactly. You link your GitHub here, so you
Okay.
can access all the projects you have on your GitHub. Yeah.
Oh, great. And what of other means of documentation?
What do you mean by other means of documentation?
Like maybe I don't know. Is there any like showcasing in terms of presentation, like
Makes sense.
Yes, now see it here.
Okay.
Project. This is where you put in the project. Though I didn't put mine, but this is where you put in the project as well. So it
Oh,
comes as a virtual, like it comes virtually like that. It's not written. So
okay.
this is where you put your Power BI, whatever it is that
Yeah.
you've done. This is where it shows the project I have worked on exactly.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So when are you going to be securing your spots, Adiola?
You mean me?
Yes.
Okay. Is Ifeoluwa, sorry.
Oh, is he Feolua?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I was thinking it's Adiola that is talking.
By
Okay.
ending. Yeah.
Okay, Feolua Williams. All
Yeah.
right. Okay,
So
ending.
by ending, yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So moving forward, Adeola, you have not said anything. Antonia Okpo. Sorry if I murder your name, please forgive me. Antonia Okpo, right? Okpo. Please help me. Unmute your mic and help me pronounce your name. Hi, Antonia.
Is Antonia Okpo?
Okpo, see your sweet voice. So which career are you going into, Antonia? Do you don't have questions for me?
I'm into project management. Yeah,
Oh.
I have been following the lessons and everything. I actually like the platform and the Andari stage, everything, but I just have a little concern.
What's your concern?
That's why I've not joined. I'm a student of Learning People Global. I did a Agile PM with them and PFQ, and I'm doing change management with them. So it's actually cost me a lot to join them when I registered with them, and they are supposed to this internship program you're advertising now. They are supposed to do it with me and prepare me for CV, LinkedIn, and the rest of it. The stage I am now, I'm supposed to be preparing for a job, but my career path advisor, I'm not really pleased with their performance. So, and they were always there trying to check up on me before I enrolled with them and the rest of it. So the care and the concern is not there again. So that's my fear of joining Amdari, because I wouldn't want to join and I start chasing my tutor or someone that's supposed to put me through or who I'm going to be working with. So
In
that's the
Amdari, we
concern
chase
I have.
In Amdari, we chase you and they run. We keep chasing you people. In fact, I always tell consultants, please stop running. In Amdari, we chase you. Okay, we understand how difficult it is. You're working and trying to keep up with the internship. That's the reason why we have people constantly chasing you to ensure you don't drop the ball. Okay, because you need to get a value for what you paid for.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be here.
If you don't have people chasing you, you will dump the project, and that's not what we want. Our pride is that you finish the internship, even get job before the internship is done, and that's the reason why 2 months after you joined, we expect to start revamping your CV. Okay, we work with you, we revamp your CV, optimize your LinkedIn, and start applying for job using our platform. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for everything. It was a nice lecture.
Okay. All right. Hi, Charles Oruntola. Oloruntola. Hey, I'll keep people's name today. Okay, someone is asking me a question. Stephen Damilare, I want to ask about the internship. Is it the experience on all industries? I mean, healthcare, logistics. What if I'm only interested in healthcare? If you're only interested in healthcare, why are you only interested in healthcare? Okay, so when you enroll, okay, for the internship, you not only work for projects in healthcare, it is designed that you get to work on projects across multiple industries. So if you get your healthcare and you decide to opt out, I wouldn't advise that because you don't know the future. Okay, you don't know the future. Sometimes when we feel like this is where we want to be and this is where the money is, when we get into that career or that particular industry, we realize it's not actually the way we see it. Now, you'll be selling yourself short if you only just work on a particular project in healthcare and run away. Because I mean, for me, I feel like you should just work on all other projects because you are going to need it in the future. Trust me. That's what's going to speak for you. Okay, Stephen. So please, guys, there is an attendance sheet. You can fill up the attendance sheet if you want to get the recording of this session. Okay, I forgot. Hi, Olarun Waju. You can unmute your mic. Hi, Larry Waju. Stephen, did that answer your question? Okay. Hi, Charles Oloro.
Sorry, my network went off when you were talking, so that was why.
Okay, it's fine. So did that answer your question?
Good evening.
I didn't really get it. Well, I will check the recordings after.
I said, if you can hear me, I said that you'll be selling yourself short if you only work on healthcare projects and opt out. Okay, because you don't know the future. Okay, most times when we are going into a career or going into a particular industry, you will not really know how it works until you get in there. So what if you get in there and realize maybe 1 year later a particular industry pays more than the industry I'm in? Okay, it's better you have experience planned across multiple industries. What if you decide you don't want to work with that industry and you only want to work remotely on contract, maybe on Upwork? Okay, having these projects across multiple industries will give you a better leverage. So working on just healthcare projects, you're selling yourself short. For me, that's what I would think. Okay, that's what I feel like. So it's better you just gain the experience, and in future, if you need a project or you need to apply for a job in FMCG, or you get an opportunity in logistics or supply chain or energy industry, you could easily use the same CV, okay, and apply for those jobs instead of just having only healthcare in your CV as a data analyst or as a data scientist. All right?
Good evening.
Hi, Olaruwaju. You have a
Good
very
evening,
sweet.
everyone. Thank you. My major concern, as the lady who spoke, I think she was the last, the third, well, some lady who spoke a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I've had the same experience where, you've registered on a platform and the story changes after you've paid, really.
Wow.
They no, I mean, this sounds really nice until it's time to, to step up to the game. So it's really a concern. I don't know if anyone, I suppose some other people have this concern as well.
The concerns are very valid. You always get that. This is not the first time we've heard people say this, okay? We always get that from some persons that have joined the session previously.
The major challenge is once you've paid, you can't hold anyone accountable at the end of the day. It's really worrisome.
With Amdari, you can hold us accountable. Okay? Trust me, we hold you accountable.
It's really nice for you to say this until then.
No, I'm not bluffing. I'm not bluffing. Okay. With Amdari, you hold us accountable. Okay? We also hold you accountable. And where we hold you accountable is, like I said, we do not train. Okay?
Sure.
We do not train. We expect that you have a level of knowledge for the career you're going into. We expect to have a level of competence using these tools. Maybe you use them to work on custom projects. Okay, so when we hold you accountable is when you join knowing fully well you do not have experience, you do not have the basic knowledge of either cybersecurity or data analysis, and then you get in there and you realize that, okay, I'm not competent in using Power BI. I don't even know how this tool work. I don't know how to use Excel at all. And now these people are giving me a project to use Power BI to work with. That is where we hold you accountable. What am I even saying? Accountable,
yeah.
Okay, you understand what I mean? So you hold us accountable. We chase you. You need to go on our YouTube channel. Okay, I'll ask everyone, go to our YouTube channel, Darren.io. Go and search Project Showcase. You need to see our consultants. I wish some of them joined us. I mean, they're busy. You need to see our consultants doing Project Showcase. You see the way I'm presenting, they work on their slides. In fact, there is a particular woman that swept me off my feet. A married woman, has children. You can see that she's advanced. She is in data science internship. She made a presentation about what they call it. She made a presentation about investing portfolio, what they call it, stock markets and all that. Trust me, I don't know a dash about stock markets. But you need to see how this woman was making presentation slide by slide, explaining the project she worked on, how they came up about the project, the automation that they did, and explaining the reason why you should invest in a particular stock over a particular stock. I was ashamed of myself. I will not lie. Okay. Because I used to see data science, data engineering as a very big, difficult, career to go into. While I prefer analyzing data on my own, I shy away from learning these tools. And I'm seeing an elderly woman, someone that is very big. You know what it means? Being married, having kids, working, and still doing internship because you want to switch career. I was shocked. So you need to go to our YouTube and check this. So we don't, our pride is that you come out there and when you go for interviews, they know that we are producing quality candidates.
Okay, that being said, we also there's no track record in that. We can't say categorically that these people have come out of Andari and this is where they are at. I understand that it's a new organization.
You can see their name. You can see their name on the banner of the presentation. Okay, when you go to the video, you can see their name. You can search for them on LinkedIn. You can call them. You can find them on social media. Yes.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Just wanted to chip in a little bit. Thanks a lot for those. The questions were very profound, I would say. And yeah, it's okay for people to have their doubts. No doubt about that. I mean, that's the number one thing, that we would encourage. Obviously, before you part away with your money, before you invest in yourself, you need to make good research about what we do. We've been doing this. So my name is Ifemena April. I'm the co-founder of Amdari, also the co-founder of Tenalytics. We've been doing this for the last over 5 years now. Been running this. So in terms of the things that we offer, okay, you clearly see that we are 100% in tune to helping people land their dream job in the tech space. Okay, so when we started Tenalytics, it was majorly focused on people that are no background, no knowledge, no experience, nothing, and we built a platform to helping well over 2,500 people land jobs in the tech space within the last 5 years. Now, the reason why we started Amdari, like Ozzy Cheers rightly said all through the session, is we have quite a number of places where you can go learn. You can learn on YouTube, you can learn on Udemy, you can learn on quite a number of people on the call have learned from different learning places, learning resources. And now you would see there's something that is consistent amongst all the stories that you hear is, I've learned, but I can't get a job. Now, what's the major question? What's the major concern? Why are people finding it difficult to land a job? That's the puzzling question, isn't it? You can learn from now till the end of the year. Okay, you can pay for all the certifications you want to pay for. By the end of the day, you need experience to get a job. Okay, so Amdari is the only platform that guarantees you that experience in order for you to get the job that you're looking for. All right, and it's good for you to, and that's essentially why we started Amdari, a platform that will guarantee you that experience, you working on different kinds of projects, you collaborating with people, and so on and so forth. And I usually would tell people that create your own story, create your own story, essentially. In what sense? Okay, if you're looking to get a job today, go to any job board and search for those jobs that you want to get into. Search for it. So if it's data science, it's data engineering, it's business analysis, it's project management, search for these careers. Okay, go to the job board. I mean, everybody have access to the job board. Search for this career, spend 10-15 minutes to look at as many job roles that you can look at within the career path you want to go into. This is what I did when I was looking at transitioning into the tech space. Look at all these careers and look at what is the most common thing that you see amongst them. What's the common denominator amongst all the career paths that you look at in the next 10 minutes? And you find that it's experience using a particular software, experience doing a particular thing, experience implementing something. That's what most people are concerned about. Now, if you go learn this particular thing and you've not implemented, or you've not even tried to do it yourself, how do you think you're going to get a job? So create your own story. Okay, the platform has been designed to give you the hands-on experience. Now, the good thing about this is you are paying in 3 installments. Okay, nobody's asking you to drop $350 to get started today. We're taking a big chance we're also taking it as a business. We're also taking a big chance in the sense that you might decide to pay for 1 month and decide say that, okay, do you know what, I don't have money again, can I can I continue, and I'll pay you. It's a gamble that we're taking also. All right. And you're also taking a gamble in the sense that you're starting the first month, you have 1 month, you're paying for a month. Okay, and if we don't deliver, or we don't give you what you're looking for, you can actually withdraw and say that this is a waste of my time. You have just 4 weeks to start a program and see if it impacts you or it changes you. So, and we did that intentionally so that you can actually have a taste. Everybody can have a look, have their leg, so it's equal. If initially we wanted to do 70%, a lot of people will not have the chance to get started. So we're trying to create that avenue where it's a level playing ground for everybody to say that, okay, if you are looking at getting started here in the UK, it's about £80 in a month, as roughly it's less than £80 currently because of the discount. All right, and that's what you'll be paying every month for the next 3 months. Okay, for the 6 months, almost the same thing. So, and the thing here is, you need to get a job. You need a job. You need to change your career. If not, you won't spend the next 1 hour or a couple of minutes listening to this conversation. So we offer this career paths, and it's not just randomly selected. It's selected because there's a higher rate of you getting a job going through this career path. We're likely going to be adding more careers in the future. We started with this 7 because of the high rate of your ability to use to work on this project and leverage these projects in order for you to get a job. The projects are going to be real life projects. We have collaboration with different startups across the world, working with these people to come up with industry standard projects. So rather than you going on cargo to look for data or going to look for project simulation projects, you're going to be working on real life projects. The only thing that you don't know is the companies that you're working with. And it's intentional because we want to get as much garbage as possible. Garbage in the sense that, take for example, one of the projects, maybe if we have time, we'll show you one of the projects in cybersecurity where they were hacked and the hackers were able to cut away with some of their critical data information within the organization. Now that's very good. That's a very good real life experience because we don't want you to know the company first off, because that's detrimental to their reputation. Okay, so we don't want you to know that kind of information, and it affects them with their own reputation. So we withhold some of the information that has to do with anything that has to tie the company back to the organization. So long story short here is, you're going to be working on very, very relevant projects to get you the hands-on experience that you need to get a job. And one thing, if you can ask anybody, if you have anybody within the tech space or you're looking at getting into a particular career path, ask them the question, what do I need? Do I need a certificate to get a job in this career? Do I need to keep learning to get a job? No. Everybody will tell you to go and work on projects. And projects has been the number one way. Even I personally use projects to get a job within the tech space. I will provide you with a ton of other things apart from employability. So you talk about CV review, you look at LinkedIn optimization, access to a dedicated remote job board, online portfolio builder, remote work reference letter, access to employability sessions. Employability sessions. We're going to talk about salary negotiation, how to tailor your CV, how to apply for jobs, how to beat the ATS tracker, and so on and so forth. And we also have career coaching sessions. So when you see all these things together, you have a month. You're paying for a month to get started. Look at what we deliver within a month. And then you can use that to guide you. You can use that as a yardstick of determining if that's something you want to continue or you don't want to continue. Okay? And I can tell you for free, you will continue 100% every single time. 100% you would continue, and that's because of the kind of value that we bring to you. So I think this should to a very large extent alleviate some concerns to what we do. You can literally look at, if you go to the website, let me share some things. Just give me a second so we can take more questions and we can continue from there. Sorry. All right. Entire screen. All right. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Sorry. Just all right. So this is Amdari itself, okay? And you can see the discount that we're running at the moment is the International Women's Discount for people that are looking at getting started. So the reason why we designed it this way is even recruiters come on the platform, they clearly would see that this is a platform that guarantees you work experience. Okay, so we covered 7 career paths, like Ozzy just rightly said, so I'm not going to cover that again. Real world projects, work experience internship, interview prep, and job interviews. So everything is on the website. You can actually check it out and see all the information that you're looking for. Now, for for us also, we have Rave Amdari is exactly what we're talking to you about. Okay, where you can actually work real life on real life projects. Okay, real life projects, real life organizations, and you're going to be working with real life people, like just your teammates, the people that are going to be working with you, the other interns that are going to be getting accepted into the internship program. Okay, so you're going to be covering quite a number of things. If it's data analytics, you're going to be working with different tools, different technologies, different experiences, and you're going to be using this to get started within the tech space itself. All right, so now looking at this, okay, looking at this, I'm just going to show you, spend the next 2 minutes to show you some of the projects that these guys are working on at the moment, and you use that to gauge your what do you call it, your interest essentially. Okay, all right, so looking at, I'm going to start off with the guys in sorry, this is not the one I'm looking for, just going to bring this in. Problem of using too many screens at the same time. All right, so I'm going to show you this, and these are the people that started this month. These are the guys that started this month, the month of March, that literally just started. I'm going to walk you through some of the projects they're working on. This is ethical hacking. If you're interested in ethical hacking and penetration testing, this is one of the projects you're going to be working on. So, one of the projects, this is one of the projects they are working on at the moment. So you see this. This is okay. Security assessment at Grow Yere e-commerce platform. So this is a website, this is a web e-commerce platform. Okay, so what you're going to be working on is web application penetration and web application and penetration testing. The business focus is online premium cheese marketplace. The tools you're going to be working with: Flask, Python, JavaScript, Google Cloud, Burp Suite, Nmap, OSWAPs, and Zap itself. OWASP Zap. Okay, all right, and this is about the business. This is a business problem. They will act, and you are the penetration tester. And you need to come in to do your thing essentially. All right, so the project overview, the project involves conducting a comprehensive security assessment for the platform to identify vulnerabilities such as SQL injection, XSS, and authentication flaws. Using penetration testing tools, we will simulate cyber threats, document findings, and recommend security improvements to enhance the platform's overall security posture. All right, so this is a link to the website that you're going to be working with, and that's essentially how you start to build your experience. So you can see how everything is detailed out on a weekly basis: week 1, week 2, week 3, all the way to the end of the week, what you'll be working on. So everything is detailed out. In the same vein, you're also going to be given resources that would help you with the project itself. So even if you've not done this before, obviously we don't expect you to have done it before. If not, you won't be here. So we also provide you with resources that would help you in reviewing this. Okay, so let me just open my Google Docs. All right, so you see it here. So for every part of the project, you're given resources that would help you work on this project. So you can see the first one: reconnaissance and information gathering, Nmap basics, all the product that you see here. This is a tool itself, burp suites, subdomain enumeration, and so on, automation vulnerability. So we provide you resources that would help you work on that particular project. So you're not alone. You're also assigned a mentor that would also work with you on this particular project. Okay, so if it's data analytics you're also interested in, they're working on a very interesting project. Okay, and I'll show you that in a few seconds also. So this is navigating digital landscape, enhancing brand reputation with cutting-edge social media monitoring. Okay, so this is e-commerce. So if you're looking at getting into product analytics, for example, this would be a fantastic project for you to work on. The tools you're going to be working with is ProgressSQL and Power BI. the business introduction, the about the business problem. So negative social media buzz, customer complaints, product recalls, and competitive pressure. Remember, these are real life projects that you're going to be working on to give you the experience that you need in getting started. The reason for the project: protecting market position, customer retention, crisis mitigation, data-driven decision making, and enhanced marketing. So these are real life organizations that need this. Like I said, partnered with these people, give us your challenges you're facing at the moment. We have people that want to work on this project, and that's where you come in to work on these projects. Okay, so you're given the data set, you can see the data set, data description, everything is there. You're going to be doing your data modeling, you're going to be doing your analysis, so on and so forth, to be able to come up with your recommendations, and you're going to be working with these people. So you see some resources that you could also use in getting started in developing this particular project, in working on this project. And that's essentially the case. I'm going to show you some of the projects. There's quite a number of other projects like data engineering. This is what they're working on at the moment, project 3. So project 3, just a video recording. This is the project they're working on, in project 3. So this is transforming on-premise infrastructure with Google Cloud Platform for scalable data-driven decision making, data-driven insights, essentially. All right, so this is a data migration project. So if you're looking at working on data migration projects, this is exactly where you come in to working on all these kind of projects. And remember, these are real life projects. Okay, so you can see the on-premise data pipeline architecture at the moment. The data source is coming from Zoho CRM, CSV, and flat files. So, and this is what they are currently doing. So now your job now as a data engineer is to move their platform from an on-premise system to what? A cloud-based platform. The cloud system they're going to be using for this is GCP, Google Cloud Platform, okay? And that's essentially what you'll be working on. You'll be designing the data architecture you'll be working on. So you can see everything listed out for what you're going to be working on. So you'll be designing the data architecture, you'll be designing your ETL pipeline, you'll be migrating the data from the on-premise to the cloud platform. You'll learn how to do what you call, what do you call it? Sorry, it's skipping my head now. What's the difference between the two of them? Sorry, my. Sorry. All right, so you'll be working on different kinds of projects within data engineering from sorry, skipping it literally just skipped my head without brokers. But anyways, you'll be working on different kinds of projects within data engineering, data science, data engineering, data analytics, cybersecurity, and so on and so forth. All right. So yeah, I think that should have covered majority of the concerns. These are real life projects. These are people that are going to be working on the project, and it cuts across different things if you're looking at getting started. All right. So we can take more questions. Okay. And then Ozichi, I'm going to hand over back to you. Or do you okay, let's take some questions. It seems like maybe Ozichi is okay. Emmanuel, do you want to go ahead with your question?
Yes, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes, 100%. We can hear you.
All right. So just to be clear with this, the projects like 100% real projects, as in like what you currently undertaking, then you are sharing it among the interns to, help you walk through, or are these just dummy, data sets that we're just going to work on, and then like, because I've gone through this process before with a different company, yeah, and they just give us dummy data sets, and like it's just like a learning experience and nothing really impactful. Like we're not doing anything impactful, but probably impactful to our own career. But yeah, that's one of the questions I have.
So these are real projects you're going to be working on, okay? So I'm not sure what you mean by impactful in the sense that the whole essence of you doing this project or working on this project is for you to build experience that you can use in getting an actual job. Do you get it? So the impact here would be you being able to leverage this experience from this real project you're going to be working on in getting a job. Okay, you're not going to know the organizations you're going to be working with. So even if we are going to be getting the recommendations from you, and we're going to be passing across to them. you don't know them, you don't know this organization. If whatever you've recommended they are going to implement, they might implement. In past situations, they've actually come back to say that, okay, who are the people that worked on this project? We want to select a couple of people to work with us on this particular project. But that's not something that we advertise also, because a lot of people would expect that if they work on this project, they get called. So we don't advertise that. But essentially, the goal for you is for you to be able to go to an interview and ace the interviews based on project that you've worked on. Oh, can you tell me about a data migration project you've worked on? Oh, yes, I can. We have the client of ours that currently has this. So they have their data stored in, in disparate sources. So they have their Zoho CRM, they have their flat files, they have their all legacy systems. And what we did was to move, so you can talk about that project end to end, okay? About that's the experience that you have, that's the impact to your career, like you rightly said, and that's what you're going to use in getting the job that you're looking for. Does that make sense? So the goal here is for you to get that experience that you could use in getting a job. I don't know if this makes sense. In the same
Sure,
vein, you still
sure.
have the employability aspects where we help you with your CV, we help you with your LinkedIn, we help you out to navigate the job market, we help you with so many things in order for you to get the job that you're looking for at the end of the day. So impact, at the end of the day, you are going to be able to build this project yourself. It will be your portfolio, it will be your profile, and when people see the kind of things that you've done, it definitely sets you apart from somebody that has never done anything before. So
All
Emmanuel,
right.
you're going to be setting yourself up for success at the end of the day, just registering.
All
Make
right.
sense?
Yeah, sure. Just to be clear though, I've already paid for it, so that's not even, it's not even me,
So what career path did you
having cold
register
feet.
for?
Cybersecurity,
Oh, fantastic. Which of the
security
cybersecurity?
operations.
Oh,
Yes.
stock
Yeah.
analyst. Okay.
Yeah. So I think I have just two more questions. So speaking about, because when I registered like a couple of days ago, and I think it's supposed to begin, the next session is supposed to begin in by the 13th of next month or so thereabout. So, yeah, speaking of the concern that a lot of people shared earlier on, speaking about they don't know, okay, when they finish paying and when they register, then the enthusiasm begins to wane. Like it's not really as much, it's not really there as much anymore compared to when they were trying to get into the internship. So my
Okay.
concern is that something you mentioned is that that's why there's a 3 months installments payment system. But for someone like me who has already paid now, the next installment I'm having is going to be when just before the program starts. So I have to also pay for the next one before I can get a feel of it. Do you understand where I'm
Mm.
going with this?
Okay.
So
You registered when? When did you register? Last week?
last week or so, yeah.
Okay. So the program started on the 12th of April. That's a long time ago. Okay, all right. Yes, we are working on something for that. Typically we started because of the discount that we're offering. That's why we started
Right.
early enough so that we can bring in the right set of people into the program itself. So we are currently working on something at the moment. It should be live in the next week. Okay, so this is going to
Okay.
be providing some form of background learning resources that you could actually watch before the program actually starts itself. So this is the first time we're going to be having this kind of complaints. So, but thankfully we have something that we're already working on. So
All right.
definitely in the next week you should get a response from us anyways. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, sure. Just one last
Well,
question,
that was
please.
good.
I
Anyway,
promise.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Go ahead, please.
Last question. Yeah, so it's about the reference part. Like, I think I saw somewhere that's going to be, you're going to be giving like a 2 years reference for this internship. Is that
Yes.
correct? All right.
Yes,
So how's
it's
it,
correct. Yeah.
okay. How's it going? Is it going to be backdated, or like for someone like me now, I've been working an industry where it does not relate to cybersecurity. Probably not an industry, but because every industry can do cybersecurity right now, but just uh, in the role that is not related to cybersecurity. So, uh, how are we going to? Anyway, I think this is something we can figure out later, though. But I just wanted to confirm about the 2 year reference.
Okay, very good question. So the 2 year reference, the reason why we have 2 years is Like I mentioned earlier, we've been doing this for a very long time. So I've dealt with several people over the years of my experience, helping them transition into the tech space. So we have two categories of people, typically most times. Let's say three categories of people. We have the categories of people that want it now, now, now. I need to get it done now. And I will do all the best I can to get it done right now. So those are the go getters essentially. We have the people that I need it, okay, but I have something at the moment, so this is something I'm just trying to get myself into, so that maybe in the next couple of months I can leverage it to get what I'm looking for. So it's urgent, but not very important for me at this time. Do you understand? Those are the set of people.
Yeah,
Then we have the
sure.
third set of people, which is the lackadaisical people. That okay, I have this, I can use it anytime I want. So I don't need to disturb myself right now. Okay, I can use it in the next 2 years, and this thing is always going to be available for me. So typically, we wanted to leave the international reference up for for life, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But we have to put a caveat to it for the third set of people. So we need people that will join us and take action immediately. Okay, so the 2 years that you have there, honestly, is still a very far. It's still a big time, because you have only 6 months to be with us. So within that 6 months, we want you to even be able to get a job within 6 months. In 3 months, we want you to be able to get something within 3 months. So the goal for us is for people that are willing to get started, hit the ground running, get into what they're looking for. So, and you get the 2 years there is you want to move from your job within that year. You're looking to get in a better job within a year. You can always ask for reference. We don't backdate, and that's because our information is public. If somebody goes ahead to search for us online, it's easy for them to see that yeah, this guy started last year. How come you're saying that you started working with them in 2015?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, that's
so we don't
even
backdate.
something I did already earlier on. Yeah, but
Okay, so we don't backdate. So
okay,
what we do is we help you with CV revamp. So what we're going to do with CV revamp is revamp your past experience to showcase your current career path you're going into. So if you're working as a teacher before, we're going to convert that your education, that your teacher experience into cyber SOC analyst experience. We're going to help you revamp your CV to make it look like you've been doing SOC analyst for the good number of years that you've been working. So that's exactly what we're going to do for you. Okay, so we'll do a CV revamp and we'll put Amdari at the topmost part of your experience. So if they're looking for reference, they will reach out to us. They won't reach out to the other organizations. So on your CV, you would have cyber SOC analyst, consultant, or SOC analyst. Amdari,
okay,
and these are the things that you're doing. So if they're looking for reference, they usually will reach out to the organization that you're currently working with. Okay, so
okay.
they'll reach out to us and then we provide you with the international work reference letter. Make sense?
All right, thank you
All
very
right.
much.
So just to answer the question, so we launched this. This is going to be launching, like I said, next. Why can't I change my screen? Okay, so we are launching this. I guess, like I said, it's going to be coming in next week. So just if you once you create an account on the Amdario website, you've registered, you would have access to what we call Learn. So on this Learn page, you have all the courses that we have there. Okay, so if I take a look at, say, data analytics, for example, you would see Introduction to Data Analytics, Microsoft Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, Microsoft Fabrics. And if you take a look at any of these programs, you would see the learning content and all the things that you're going to be working with. So essentially, if you get started, you would have access to these resources that you could use to start learning in order for you to get started. It's not live for all the courses. We're likely going to do that. We're going to finish up within the next couple of weeks, so that you have access to it and you can start watching this in order for you to get started. Okay, how does this sound? Does this sound? So you see that we are putting learners first, correct? You can see that. So if we are looking at collecting your money and not doing what we say we should do, we won't go this extra mile of creating all these resources to get you the experience that you need to get started. Does that make sense? So looking forward, like, I'm actually excited about the question you asked, because I can now showcase this to everybody. Okay. All right. Awesome. So any more questions? Ola Yinka, I think your hand is right. Maxwell, actually.
Hello. Hello. My question is a very simple one. I want to ask if in the course of tackling a project, you meet a roadblock, how do you get out of it? That's usually because when I was with Coursera, I was doing a course and they gave us a project. In the course of doing it, I met a roadblock, and that stopped me for almost 6 months before I even completed the program because there was nobody to come in to put me through to help, to get me engaged and, open the way for me. So I'm now talking in this context to so that you can address it. How do we get out of the roadblock, which is usually the major problem with tech jobs?
Okay. All right. Ozi, do you want to answer the question?
Yes, I guess Dio joined us very late because I mentioned it during my presentation that you have a mentor. Okay, so we don't leave you hanging when you're working on this project. So when you jam a roadblock, you can always meet your team leads, your mentors to help you navigate this. And I also mentioned, like I said, that I always like to encourage consultants that when they are working on a project and they jam a roadblock, they should try to navigate it by themselves first. Okay, because while you do that, it helps you learn more. You go on YouTube, you go on ChatGPT, you go on Google, try to find a way to navigate it first before you meet your mentor. Because by doing so, you get to learn a lot of things on the way. Okay, so you have those people there hanging to always help you out during those stages. Okay, Olayinka, I think you joined us late, right?
So say what?
You joined us late, right?
Yeah. I joined you
Yeah,
maybe
that's
about
why I
30
didn't
minutes.
get
Well,
that.
yeah, it's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. We'll answer your question regardless. Okay, so yes, you're assigned a mentor. So, these are things that we have also faced in the past. I've been in your situation before. I've been in those situations whereby you're watching a course on Udemy, Coursera, or any of those things, and you're writing a code and the code doesn't work, or you're trying to perform an operation that clearly worked on the screen, but you're trying to replicate the same thing, and you find out that this thing is not working the way it should, and there's nobody to escalate to. But yeah, you have a mentor, and a mentor will be assigned to you to work with you. So these are the benefits that you're going to be getting from this. Also, does that make sense?
Right, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for that. Thanks, very wonderful question. Also, thanks, appreciate it. So, Yinka, have you registered, or you are just still making a
I'm
decision at
just
the
going to
moment?
register. I think with this presentation, I'm really so delighted. So I'm going to register. Are you going to send the link or what? Because Ozzy told me she will be sending me a link about 3 days ago. I never saw it. She promised so many things she will do, but
Oh,
she never did.
link,
And she bounced me.
Yinka, the link is on
Okay.
the chat right now. Okay, you
Well,
check the
anyways,
chat.
we'll still send you an email, Malayanka. Okay, we'll send you an email after the call. What career path are you interested in, Malayanka?
That's a data analysis.
Data analytics. Okay, fantastic. So we'll send you a call, and we'll send you an email, okay, for you to register. So you could also see it in the chat, but we'll also send you an email. All
Okay,
right.
thank you. Okay.
Awesome, Malayanka. It was good speaking with you, anyways. Thanks. Maxwell Ishaya, do you want to go ahead with your question?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I have two questions. First question is you said the next cohort is 12th April. After that 12th April, when is the next cohort? Because I'm sure some people are already occupied for that period and they might not be able to join at that April. So when will be the next cohort? And if one is going to join the next cohort, that's apart from this 12th April, will there still be will they still have access to the discount currently? That is one. Then secondly, myself, I'm learning from an individual. I want to get a recommendation from you. Which platform do you think one should take, like a newbie, somebody that is trying to transition into the tech industry? Which platform do you think is better? Because there are many platforms out there, TEDx, Coursera, uh, many of them out there anyway. So which will you recommend? So those are my 2 or 3 questions. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, over to you.
For your second question, we recommend you go for Tenalities. Which career are you going into, Masco?
Currently, I'm doing business analysis, but I want to take on cybersecurity later on. But I have siblings who I want to I want them to take on project management and then maybe data analysis.
Okay. On the chat, let me drop the link for you. You can check out Tenalities. They have good programs and they've helped over 5,000 persons, okay, to transition by providing them with courses and certifications as well. Okay, so they have a very good learning platform that they are very, very good at what they are doing. So I'm going to drop the link on the chat right now. Tenalytics, exactly, tenalytics.io. You can copy the link, go through their profile, and we can also share your number and your details with them as well. They can also reach out to you. Okay.
All right.
All right, please, can you help me repeat your first question? It just escaped my mind.
Yeah, I said the next cohort now is 12 April. When will be the next one apart from this, and will the discount be accessible to those people too?
For the International Women's Day discount, it is only for April and May cohorts. Okay, you cannot defer beyond May cohorts. If actually we have cohorts open for every month, but for this discount, it's for April and May cohorts. So if you want to go beyond May, that means you're going to be reverting back to the original price. But if you want to take advantage of the International Women's Day discount, you will have to go with either April or May cohorts.
All right, thank you. I understand. Yeah.
So when are you joining us, Maxwell?
So I think May.
Okay, when are you securing your spot? You know that there is a limited spot for men specifically, so you would want to, secure your spot before other men take the advantage.
Right.
International Women's Day discount, so we have more women and less men for the So when are you securing your spot?
I will do it as up. Yeah, it's a bit there.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Olare Waju, are you joining us? Hi, Olare Waju. Okay. Hi, Masebe.
All right, I think we should do it this way. So I think majority of the people on call have heard of the things that we have to offer for them or offer to them. Okay, so if you have any question or anything that you would like to, any clarification of, what you need in order for you to get started, we're happy to take your questions. So I know we've spoken to Olariwaju already. Olariwaju, are you good? Are we on the same page now? You had like a little bit of doubt here and there, but have we been able to alleviate some of your concerns anyways? Olariwaju
on call.
Probably she stepped away from the call. Antonia, we've spoken to Antonia also. So Antonia, are we good? Just give me a thumbs up if you're good. Okay.
Mari, can I use your mic?
Yes. Well, actually, I am following the Google Data Analytics certificate, professional certificate. So I am wondering if I have to choose the business analysis of 10 analytics before taking the course, because I have already enrolled for the 6-month internship with you, with Amdawi.
Okay, if I get you right, you mean you still want to gain experience, you want to gain basic knowledge of the business analysis.
Yeah.
So you don't have prior knowledge before applying.
No, I'm actually following the Google Data Analytics with Coursera.
Okay, you are studying data analytics with Coursera.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you should be able to get the knowledge first before you apply. But right now that you've applied, Mr. Ife, do you want to help while we start?
I will start on May.
You will start in May.
Yeah, in May, yeah.
So yes, you can actually enroll with Tenalytics. I think from now to May, you can get something.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll be able to get the knowledge for that.
So just to get you very well, Marie, you said you have registered with Tenalytics or you've registered with Amdari.
I have registered with Amdari.
Okay. Do you have any prior experience, any learning experience within data analytics or business analysis?
My background, I have a marketing background. And management.
Okay.
Yeah. and I did several certification in product analytics also. So
Okay,
I
awesome.
don't,
That's good.
yeah, I don't know if it's enough.
Okay. So I mean, what career path did you register with Amnari?
I have registered for the business data analytics, business analytics.
Business analysis.
Yeah,
Okay.
analysis. Yeah.
Okay. So have you done anything around business analysis before?
No, not really.
Okay. So it might be a bit difficult for you to get started with the internship because you have no background experience working with this. It might just be a tad bit difficult for you to hit the ground running as a business analyst. So what we're going to do is we can move you to analytics. Okay. So
Okay.
where now with analytics, you're still going to come back to us. Okay. So even if you go to analytics, is either you do the 6 months or you do the 8 months or you do the 12
Yeah.
months plan. So the
Okay.
8 months you're going to be getting 2 months internship with us. For this 12-month plan, you get a 6 months internship with us. Okay.
Okay.
So the first 6 months, you're going to be learning, okay, with
Yeah.
tactics. Then either 2 or 6 months, you're going to come back to us and work with on internship. Okay. Make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah. Thanks.
So what we're going to do, Moses just taking down your details, okay, and we would offer you to the guys in analytics. They'll reach out to you anyways, and
Okay.
then you can get up from there. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Awesome, Marie. Good to have you. Where you joining from?
I'm joining from France.
From France. I could hear the
Yeah.
French accent, so I was thinking somewhere in West Africa, but yeah. But where you from originally?
I'm from Guinea.
Guinea.
It's
Okay.
next to Senegal.
Yeah, next to Senegal. You know,
Yeah.
100%. Okay. Comment tu t'appelles? Au revoir. See you later. Okay.
Okay.
I only know basic French, so I would have spoken French. I only know au revoir. Bye for now.
Okay. D'accord. Au revoir.
You're supposed to respond to me in French, right? So I'm saying au revoir. How do you respond in French?
Oui, mais au revoir. À bientôt.
Oui, au revoir. Okay, Magneto.
Okay.
All
Merci.
right. Let's see. All right. Yeah. So let me see. Who else am I speaking to? Or who are we speaking to now? Who else would like to ask a question or seeking clarification?
Maxwell, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I just checked Tenalytics. So and they're saying like the duration for the courses, like I'm seeing 8 to 12 months. So is it self-paced in such a way that I can rush things myself, or I have to go JJly for that 8 to 12 months because I don't get time. So do I have to like follow it 8 to 12 months, or it is self-paced for me to do it at my pace? That's my question.
All right. It's not. I mean, there's a reason why we made it 6 months. Okay. 6 months is so that it's not overwhelming. Well, it's not self-paced at the moment. That's something that we're looking at doing, but it's not self-paced at the moment. So you have to go for 6 months working on that particular aspect.
Okay, noted. Yeah.
All right. No problem. Noah Williams. Williams, you're definitely in England from the background. Where are you joining from?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm joining from UK.
Okay.
Um, Great work you guys are doing. Seriously, I really love what you guys are doing. Try to find solution, proper solutions into that area of career transition. And I've spoken earlier, and I just want to though I'm joining ending of the month, and that means I will be joining the next school, which is April. Right. I will be joining the April. If I pay this month, if I pay the first pay this month, that means I will be joining April. That is the first course, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have skill set in data science. I've built a lot of models, Python programming skills, SQL, and Power BI and other visualization tools. Well, actually, Python. I've done a lot of projects, and it's just that industrial experience that I needed, and I think you guys are providing that solutions to me right now. Follow your presentation and seeing meaningful solutions that you guys are providing, which is highly appreciated. And I'm sure that I'll be joining ending of this month. So I'll participate in the program.
Awesome, awesome. That's good. So we're looking forward to having you on board, Ifeoluwa. Trust me, we have a lot. We have a lot to package for you. Okay, that we have coming for you. So you have no doubt. We have no doubt that we're going to help you, and get you started in your desired career path. All right.
Thank
So
you.
looking forward to having you on board. Thank you. All right, Mozichi, over to you, please. I think there are other people that we need to talk to. I think Ngozi is raising up her hand.
Yeah, Ngozi, can you mute your mic and speak?
Hello, my name is Ngozi. So sorry, I'm just joining. I didn't know there was a session going on. So I just got off work. So I'm originally in software engineering, but I kind of came into the UK and realized I had to find somewhere to start. I had to find a niche for myself. So I did my master's in advanced computer science and kind of majored in AI. But I realized after that I had to do a course for stats. So I had to go into software testing, both manual and automation. So I just finished the course. But I don't really know what your platform is about. But I know it's some platform that is supposed to help with migrating into IT career, like turning my studies into experience or something. But I don't really know what it's about, and I'd like to get clarification.
Okay. Um, I would like you to fill up the form that is on the chat currently so that you'll be able to get the recordings of this session. Okay. But I'll just give you a brief introduction to what Amdari does. So Amdari offers internship experience, more like bridging the gap between your theoretical learning and you gaining hands-on experience. So you're correct about what you said, okay? But currently we run the career experience for data analysis, data science, data engineering, business analysis, and cybersecurity. That is for SOC analysts, penetration testing, governance, risk, and compliance. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, please fill up the form so we can send these recordings for you so that you watch it at your convenience.
Okay. Is there? I didn't hear testing. Is testing part of the package?
No, for now we don't have quality assurance testing or software testing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So where does it leave me?
Sorry?
Where does it leave me? Like, what choice is survival?
Because so what's your background? Where are you coming from? What background are you coming from?
Okay, generally, I've been in computer science. My first degree was computer science. I had a master's in Nigeria, computer science, and I also did a master's in the UK, advanced computer science. So it's kind of, I'm looking at going into AI, probably neural networks, but I want to start, I found out I had to start somewhere in UK. So I went to learn software testing, manual
Okay.
automation. Yeah.
Okay. So
Like that's where I am at the moment.
what career? So we offer the major career paths that will be in tune to what you said. Neural networks is data science, majorly data science. But if you're looking at the data career, we have data analytics, we have data science, and we have data engineering. So which of these three careers do you think fits you the best? Would you think would be okay for you?
Data science is good, but it's kind of for a starter like me. I don't know the chances I have if I like dive into data science now. So I'm thinking data analytics or business analytics at the moment because I need something that like I can easily break into the field.
All right. So have you done anything in line with data science and data engineering
No, I
before?
haven't. I've just
Oh,
had a little experience in data science while I was in the university.
okay. All right. Well, knowledge in university is still relevant knowledge regardless. So what we're going to do for that is, um, if you really want to get into an internship, I would say you should go for either data science or data analytics. Okay, that would get you what you're looking for essentially. And that's because of your background, what you've done in university, and you can leverage those experiences in the internship and getting you what you're looking for. All right. So at the end of the day, we can't recommend. What I would say is there are even in the UK, data science, data engineering, data analytics are two career paths that are very, very in demand, and I will get you what you're looking for at the end of the day. Okay, so you have nothing to worry about in terms of would you get a job? Are there opportunities? These skills are always in high demand, so you have nothing to worry about. Okay, so at the end of the day, you'll be the one to decide what career path you want to go into. Do you want to go for data analytics or do you want to go for data science? Then you can leverage. Most times, data science you could always apply for, quite a number of jobs in data science. So most people think that it's just data science you can apply for. No, you can apply for a data analyst position. You can apply for, research analyst, logistics analyst, supply chain analyst, demand planning. There are so many roles you can actually apply to with your data science skill set. So at the end of the day, it will be in your own. We'll follow up with you. We can also have different calls in the future. When you have made a decision, then we can pick it up from there. Okay.
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 Okay, since there are other questions from anyone, we'll call it a night. So, guys, if you've not filled the form, please try and fill the form that has been sent on the chat for you to get the recordings of this session. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Let's look at everybody. Kolawole, Abbas, Duo, Adiola, Whisper, Destiny, and the rest of them. Are we all good?
Yes, I think they are. I called the name, but they did not ask any question. I feel like some of them are slept off maybe on the call.
Oh, interesting. Destiny, can you hear us? Adiola, if you could just give us a thumbs up if you're good and you don't have any questions, so we know that we have tried reaching out. Charles, okay, Maxwell is good. Any other person? Okay. Kante also is good. Good. Okay. Just give us a thumbs up if you're all good.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, good. Okay, Carla, is okay too. Okay. All right. I think, yeah, okay. Was it over to you, please?
All right, guys. We'll call it a day. Thank you so much for joining us. I enjoyed having conversations with you, and I hope that you will join us someday. For those that are yet to pay, I'll be glad to have you guys on board. All right. Bye. Yeah, bye.